I'm David C. I'm the nutrition director for Fayette County Schools. We were really interested in reconnecting kids to the outdoors and gardening and where their food comes from. You know, we had kids that thought if the lettuce was dirty, well, who put the dirt on the lettuce? And they never realized that lettuce grows out of the ground. When we approached the local farmers, Rick Rutledge just jumped on the bandwagon and said, come up and see my farm. I want to sell fruits and vegetables to your kids. The kids that went out and picked strawberries were just amazed. And every time we served strawberries in the school, from that point on, they would say, are these from the Rutledge farm? They just knew where their food came from, and that connection was very powerful. This is such an important part that we decided we needed an AmeriCorps member, and we were able to get a good man to come in and help us with that, and that's Andy Pence's cue to come on.
Okay, my name's Andy Pence. I'm an AmeriCorps member who was brought on board with Fayette County Schools to do school gardening at Gatewood and Rosedale Elementary School. So the garden is behind the school. It's probably a little over an acre of ground. We have planted garlic and mulched the garlic. We helped dig the potatoes, and then we've done a bunch of other activities. We've done like a site selection activity. We've done a composting bins activity. And we also have talked about like how long it takes for seeds to mature. They get really excited when they see me. They're like, are we gonna eat more apples today? Because we've done an apple tasting with them. Or are we gonna go outside and dig into the dirt? You know, and it's healthy to be outside, you know. It's a little more active than just sitting in the classroom. So Donna Smith teaches the kindergarten there. I had geared a lot of my lessons more towards like, say, 3rd and 4th graders. But Donna was fantastic. She's really engaged and immediately seeing how she can bring it to their level and bring it to them where they'll be excited about it. So I was talking about, well, it's going to take these seeds, you know, about 80 days before they reach maturity and are ready to be harvested. She's like, okay, kids, can you guys count to 80 in tens? And so everybody's like, 10, 20, you know, and it was awesome. I really appreciate Donna Smith and a lot of the other teachers who have been able to help out like that. We're going to get them practicing planting in the school garden, but ultimately they're going to be taking seed starts home as well so that they can have a garden through the summer. And then also the school garden, you know, a lot of the stuff will be harvested over the summer, so we're hoping to have kids come in with their families, and then whatever, you know, they aren't able to take home, we're also going to sell at the farmer's market, and then we're going to use that money to reinvest the next year into buying more plants and maybe expanding the garden a little. It'll plant a whole bunch of seeds amongst all these kids, literally and figuratively.
We want a school garden at every school. We want a garden that's managed by the county so that kids can go visit the garden and see progress over the years. We would like to have a farmer and each school have a relationship so that the farmer sells products to the school and the school kids visit the farm. So those are all things that we are working towards here in Fayette County. AmeriCorps members are very cost efficient. We're getting a person that's doing 40 hours a week for us for $6,000 a year. The West Virginia Department of Agriculture has been very helpful. The farming community here in Fayette County has been helpful. The fact that the Office of Child Nutrition is wanting to do farm to school has been helpful. There's just a lot of networks out there.
There's a lot of kids there. There's land on these schools, and you know we can really do a lot.
Melissa Stewart. I'm with West Virginia State University Extension Service, and I am an Ag and Natural Resources Extension Specialist. The Junior Master Gardener program is actually headquartered out of Texas A&M. Through this program, youth are able to not only learn how to grow their own food, but it turns into more of a life skills situation, showing them where things come from, and then seeing their little faces light up when they have achieved their first fruit. We've had kids just sit in a garden and eat spinach in Ripley, eating it as if it were potato chips because they had never had it. They had never experienced it that way. They would get home and the parents were like, our kids came home with empty Ziploc bags because they ate all the spinach on the bus. We have 6 different curricula available. 2 are middle school. The additional 4 are all geared to 3rd through 5th grade. We've adapted things clear down to preschool though. After we've went through the training, we help to connect the different schools, the teachers, with individuals in the community that might be interested in helping. If you want to do it and if you're into it, then we are there to make sure that you're successful. Kids really don't know what agriculture is. They hear it, but they don't understand that there are so many different components. We need to get past the idea of cows and plows. We need kids to be able to see agriculture in a new and innovative limelight. I've joined the JMG program with our hydroponic and aeroponic production efforts. You know, those ideas of vertical hydroponic production really intrigue people. It's futuristic. We're competing with technology. So why don't we have technology then be the draw? You know, the idea that you could grow plants for a living, that's not something that traditionally your guidance counselor brings to the forefront. Mine didn't. But just because they have an ag mindset, it doesn't mean that they're not college material. It means they think differently. And this program shows kids that this is something you can make money at. This is something that you can do and feel good about what you're doing because you're teaching people and growing things and showing people how they can be self-sufficient. There's nothing better than that.